Hi guys, well, this is my first video on my new channel called Electro. So welcome, and well, let me first start talking about why I decided to create this channel. A few days ago, I was going to bed and I thought, well, I have so many interesting electronics and vintage stuff that I like so much. And I guess I just should share this passion with others because I'm sure there are others out there that will certainly appreciate this. So I have just created this channel. Like I said, this is my first video. And I decided to start showing off something that I really think it's very, very interesting. This is actually an XT portable computer. It's called the Palm Top, actually. It was made by Hewlett-Packard in the early to late 90s. And this was very common back in the day. It was not cheap. You could get it from around $400 up to $1,000 depending on the upgrade capabilities. There was an American company that would upgrade this to up to 96 megabytes, I guess. And it's a very interesting little device. I had this one since 1997, I guess. And it still works, but it has been repaired several times. This 200LX Palm Tops do have a few problems that I'll talk about later. First, I just want to show you the Palm Top. It's pretty compact for its age, you see. And it has a PCMCIA slot. Here I'm using a compact flash card, 256 megabytes. Let me try to take it off here. Here is a 256 megabytes compact flash card. And it runs DOS. So that's why it's so interesting, because it has an 8186 processor. So it runs DOS. Here we have the IR port, the infrared port, along with a coin battery for the memory backup. Here's a serial port, and the AC adapter port. It runs on 2 AA batteries down here. You see, 2 AA batteries. I'm using rechargeables on it right now. And here you can see the Hewlett-Packard logo and the serial number. This one was made in Singapore. Runs on 12 volts. It's one of those irritating inverted adapters with center negative. It has been repaired a few times, like I said. You see here, it broke here, it broke here. And the hinge already broke, which is a very common failure in these Palm Tops. This hinge always breaks. It's hard to find one that is still perfect. And the other issue that it's pretty common, at least here I live in Brazil, so we have a very hot weather. And there's a very common problem, which is the screen. The polarizer suffers from vinegar syndrome. If you haven't heard about vinegar syndrome, do a Google search to read more about it. But basically, the glue that is used for the polarizer starts to deteriorate and produces some acid that smells just like vinegar, and the screen starts to turn black. This has been repaired, but I just wasn't able to find a suitable polarizer for it. The ones that I could find locally are just horrible, so the screen contrast is not very good. I can even turn it on here so you guys can see. It's pretty hard to see the screen. And I'll even try to get a better shot of the screen to show DOS running in a few moments. The keyboard works great, feels great for such a small device. Has 2 megabytes of RAM, and this is actually divided between system RAM and user storage. So every single 200LX actually has 640K of RAM, and the rest is used for file storage, for user file storage. So here we have left around 1.3 megabytes of user storage that, of course, you can expand using a PCMCIA or a compact flash card with an adapter like I'm doing here. And it comes with Pocket Quicken, Lotus 123, and MS-DOS 5.0, along with a few other applications that I'll show it to you later. And back to the screen. This one has already been fixed. Like I said, I couldn't find a very suitable polarizer for it, but it works. And I did not glue the polarizer back to the screen. So it's just on the top of the screen, so I can replace it anytime if I find a better one. So now let's turn it on and try to see some of the apps and see it running. Okay guys, so I'm back, and well, this is the best shot that I could get. You can see some rolling thing going on here on the screen, but this does not happen in real life, so this is just an artifact caused by the camera. And here you can see the basic applications, right? You have this just the basic personal stuff like appointments, phone book, note taker, memo, database, world time, a calculator up here, okay? And down here we get to the more interesting stuff, in my opinion, which is, for instance, DOS. So you can get right to DOS 5.00, which is pretty nice. You can see DOS works normally. You can just list the directories, move files, copy files, delete files, run DOS applications, which is very, very nice. And let's just wait for it to complete the listing, and then I'll exit. So we can go back to the system manager that we were before. So let's just type exit, and we're back to system manager. And here we can run some pretty interesting stuff like games, right? We have, oops, sorry for that. Like we have Hangman, for instance. This one I installed. It does not come with the palm top, but it's pretty interesting. Anyway, let's quit and get back. We have a few more apps, which is, I just installed Battery Check, which gives you an approximate idea of the remaining battery. Here we have Task Manager, we have Word, we have, this is a DOS application actually. It's a game called Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, which I used to play when I was younger. So it's pretty interesting. You can see the game running. Let's just exit. And you can also see that there are a few lines on my screen. My screen's not working perfectly. It's not. Besides the problem with the polarizer, there's also this problem with a few lines, which is very common with this palm tops. And I haven't got around to try to fix it. I'd probably just be better to wait for another unit, a parts unit that I could buy, and just replace the whole screen. So I actually didn't bother. But I guess that's it. It's a pretty interesting little device. I find just amazing that you can have a complete XT machine in your pocket running DOS, which you could run any DOS programs or most DOS programs. Since this has a CGA screen, so it's mostly compatible with all DOS programs that runs on CGA screens. And it's a very interesting little device, okay? Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll post a few more videos of a lot of interesting stuff that I have here, that I have accumulated over the years. And I have all sorts of stuff really. So I don't really follow some logic when accumulating electronic stuff. I guess you guys will like it, and that's my main goal here when I created this channel, is to share with you all the stuff that I enjoyed accumulating and playing with all these years. Thank you very much. If you like the video, please subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.